Welcome back, guys, to another Mesh weekly technicals. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and head on over to the free Telegram group. Links are all down below in the description. But we have a look at British pound, US dollar. So just looking at this one on a monthly chart here, guys. Over here, we've got 1 day left on monthly closure right now. We've seen a big wick to the upside. We've seen a retest of this area around 1.30 flat. So prices, we've had bullish structure over the last couple of months, as you can see off this chart here. Nice bullish structure, and now we've seen a tap this area, which, as you can see, we've seen resistance established and support established in the past. So we see this valid area of resistance establishing now with this big wick to the upside and this small body. So potentially, with 1 day left on closure, we could see this closing even further down below, but obviously we have to wait and see what happens tomorrow. But right now, we've got bullish monthly structure, but we've got this big whiff at this area to pay attention to. So we could start to see bearish volume coming to the market. So we've got this weekly trend line as well to pay attention to. We'll go down it, chart and have a look at that now. But yeah, at the minute we're bullish on the monthly, but as mentioned, now we are approaching this area, which was, we've seen resistance and support established this area, but like I say, choppy price action around this area. But yeah, bullish on the monthly at the minute, down into the weekly. Like we say, we've got this weekly, just get into these. Sorry about that. Yeah, so we've got this weekly trend line, pay attention to. So we've had price respecting this weekly trend line multiple times. And as we see now, we're about to come back into this area and retest that trend line and this area of previous weekly structure. Let's just have a look. We've got nice bullish structure at the minute. A lot of you guys, if you're out trading GU, what you'll find is it does tend to make nice clean structure, and it retests these structure points quite nicely sometimes. So we do to use these as complements when we trade Forex pairs, but mainly GU tends to follow a nice structure. So as we see on the weekly, nice and bullish on the weekly, and we are maintaining this previous higher high and this previous higher low. So as we mentioned there, price does tend to respect their weekly structure point. So we've got this weekly structure point currently being retested. We got that previous weekly structure point retested, lovely, and then broke through this current daily structure point. It broke through that area, giving us nice, clean, bullish structure. And now what we're seeing is the retest of this structure point, this weekly structure point. We're seeing a nice retest of it, and we've had a wick to the downside. But obviously, if we look to the upside, we see there's a bigger wick to the upside. So we've got a little bit of indecision in last week's candle closure. You could even see with the wick being bigger up to the upside and obviously a tiny body, you could say it's a big bearish candle, but obviously with this previous higher high is still intact, and we've had this nice, but once again, just have to pay attention to this area, this 1.30 flat. As we see, we established support and then broke through with a lot of bearish volume. Now we've come back up to that area and we've broken through that area, closed above it for a week, and then price came all the way back down to retest this weekly structure point. But now, as mentioned, we've got this indecisive candle. So I'd like to see, I think price is going to possibly trade within this range before tapping that trend line again. And then we get this ascending triangle, a break in structure, a retest, and then we look to take long. So obviously that's just on a weekly time frame. Yeah, we're bullish on the weekly, we have a look on the daily. So we've got a bit of what looks to be a complex pullback. So okay, we had this got this bullish structure. We're getting the higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And then we broke through all this previous structure, giving us this higher high. And then we pulled back to retest these previous highs on this area of weekly structure point, like we said. So we've validated this area of support, come back up, trading within this range. We failed to break this previous higher high. We pulled back and we've broken this higher low that we've created, and we've not managed to maintain resistance and come down. So it's bearish structure on the daily. We're seeing this bearish structure on this breaking structure, but we're seeing this previous high still intact. Obviously, we've not had the closure below that 1.28200 area. We're seeing a complex pullback, a bullish pullback. No, sorry. So it's a complex pullback structure on the daily, but I'd like to see, obviously, as mentioned, I'd like to see this area maintain support, perhaps a little bit of consolidation until we get to this daily trend line, and then we have that ascending triangle break and the structure break. So I'll be waiting on GU. I'll be waiting for a break and retest of 1.3 before taking longs. Another scenario is obviously if we do start to break below this area, we could potentially look to take short. But as you mentioned, I don't fancy counter trending GU at the minute. I like the structure I'm seeing. I'm just waiting for the daily chart to start to go bullish, as mentioned. So basically waiting on a little bit of consolidation, which also fits in with the Dixie analysis. Waiting for some sort of consolidation within that range, and then a break and retest of 1.30 before taking longs. But as mentioned, summer months, low volume. Make sure you're taking the highest probability trade, building confidences and quality over quantity, guys. But get yourselves over to the Mesh Network, the free Telegram group. The links are all down below in the description, where we update our technical analysis through the week. But yeah, that's me outlook on GU. Thanks very much, guys, for watching, and drop us a comment, and if you want to see any other pairs analysed. But yeah, that's it for GU. Thanks very much.